This does not even serve the captain's login. Gotcha. Because this is dead serious. The inside and outside tour I did a few months ago of my house. Everyone on the internet. Alright, let me just get that stuff off of there. My mother angry! Off the internet! My fault! I want everything about my house! Off the internet! My fault! I want everything about my house! Now, down, my house! Daddy, get it through your fucking skull! My house and the bear!
Get all that stuff off of there.
I don't know where to go.
Go work on it.
Kick me in the bum! Yeah, down! I told me the real name! Then I'm done! And the bear at Regency Square Shopping Center. You damn mocking mother angry! I'll send it to 10 minutes. My fault. I want everything about my house. On the internet. My fault. I want everything about my house. Now, get it through your fucking skull. My house and the bear.
Get all that stuff off of there.
I don't know where to go. Get it through your fucking skull. My house and the bear.
Get all that stuff off of there.
I don't know where to go.
I like the rap. Play with the rapper. I go with you.
Now, get it through your fucking skull. My house and the bear.
Get all that stuff off of there.
I don't know where to go. Get it through your fucking skull. My house and the bear.
Get all that stuff off of there.
I don't know where to go.
Please take the time to visit podsurvey.com/peasants to complete a short 21-question survey. Participants in the survey will be entered into a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card. The survey can be taken multiple times, so feel free to visit back each month for your chance to enter the drawing. Please help to support the show by using our Amazon links located in the description anytime you purchase anything from Amazon. It's a great way to support the show while just going about your normal business shopping on Amazon.com. Also, check out our storefront for Drunken Peasants recommended merchandise. Patreon pledges of $5 or more will now receive 2 private shows each month. In addition to the private shows, Patreon pledges of $10 or more will receive the Drunken Peasants post show after each episode of the Drunken Peasants, Ben and Billy's monthly shitty movie review, and regular behind-the-scenes vlogs with Ben and Billy. Sign up anytime to catch the future shows as well as past content. If you want to catch the post shows but you're not a patron, click the join link below this video to become a member of the Drunken Peasants channel. In addition to each post show, you'll also get special badges and emojis that you can use in the Drunken Peasants live chat. Streamlabs will be open for the duration of each episode. Click the link below to send us a message. Donations $20 and above will be read out through text-to-speech and will require our immediate attention. All donations below $20 will be read at the end of each segment. Keep an eye out for our weekly Streamlabs goal, which if we meet, we will do an extra show the following week. If you find any content you'd like to see us cover on the show, send it to drunkenpeasantsinbox at gmail.com. All submissions will be reviewed for possible usage in a future episode. Click the Discord link in our description to join the Drunken Peasants Discord. Interact with other Drunken Peasants fans in text and voice chat, as well as the peasants themselves. Visit the Google Play Store and download the Drunken Peasants app to catch the audio version of the show while you're on the road. In addition to the app, the audio-only version of the show is also available through iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, SoundCloud, and other audio platforms. That's all we have for now. Enjoy the show.
Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Say, man, you got a joint? No, you know. It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Oh, hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome. Merry motherfucking Christmas. How's it going? Hey, you know what? I'm really pissed off, actually. This was originally supposed to be a charity stream. I was going to use the YouTube Super Chat for Good system that they implemented, I don't know, several months ago, maybe 4 months ago or so. And that way, it's a nice cut and dry way to raise money for a charity. You don't have to hold the money goes directly to the charity. And 100% of the super chats, instead of Google taking a portion, it all goes to that charity. Well, I found out today, I waited until today to do this. I could have done it months ago because the option was there before. But I went there today, and lo and behold, they took Super Chat for Good away from every channel that I have streaming capabilities on. And I did a search on Twitter today for Super Chat for Good, and it appears that YouTube did this. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Ben,
Thank
you
you.
look fucking great.
Thank you. Anthony Fantano sent me this mask years ago, like 3 years ago or so. But yeah, Super Chat for Good gone. If any of you have monetization on your channel and you have Super Chat capabilities, go check. Chances are it's gone. And you can verify this. You can go to Twitter. Let's all do it together, because this is very interesting how this works. They did it very quietly too, like they do a lot of their shit. They don't tell you when they're making these huge changes. They just make them. So let's see. Super Chat for Good, and you got to go to latest. Here's one. Here's one tweet. This was a response to somebody. Double Half TV. Like other YouTube giving beta features, we're constantly reevaluating to ensure it best serves the purpose of supporting charities. To address concerns from some charitable partner organizations, we're now more conservative about who can host a live stream with Super Chat for Good. And I've seen this same thing copy-pasted in multiple areas. Or multiple responses to people who are like, hey, I wanted to give money to a charity. Why can't I do that? It's ironic that they're saying they're being more conservative about it, too. That's kind of ironic, right? I just realized the tweet I was trying to show you isn't even on the screen. That's what I get. Okay, there it is. There it is, guys. You know, someone said charity's gay anyway. I mean, it may be, but I wanted to try it. I was like, oh, you know, that's a cool way. I never wanted to do a charity stream where I have to hold the money and then people have to trust me to give it to the charity, because anybody could make up any bullshit rumor they want about that and say I'm trying to keep the money or whatever, and I don't even want to deal with that. I just wanted it to go directly to whoever I chose. I didn't even get to look at the list and see what was on there, you know? So anyway, fuck you, YouTube. Like, even your non-essential features, you find a way to fuck up. It's like what you perceive to be a few bad apples causes you to ruin it for way more people. It's just overkill at this point. You know, a few Coke commercials play over some Nazi ads, and this is where we are now. You can't even give money to charity through YouTube, even though it exists. The feature is there. It's not like it's not working and it broke and they can't give it to everybody. Everybody had it before. I know people are very concerned with the two streams. There's two streams right now. I'm streaming on both channels, because why the fuck not, right? So yeah, fuck YouTube. Like, seriously, fuck you, because I was just going to have fun and have some laughs tonight and just have the money go to charity. But fuck it, I guess I'm just keeping the money this time. I had every genuine desire to just stream Super Chat for Good today, and it's not there. Did I see the Shanny for Christ video about DP? No, I did not see it. I did not see it. I'll probably see it. You know, we'll watch it for the next episode. No, none of the money tonight is going to charity. I can't donate to charity. So, full disclosure, no money tonight goes to charity because I don't have the capability of doing that. That's why I didn't put charity stream in the title. I wanted it to be a charity stream so bad. That's what I really wanted. I don't even know if you can call this deplatforming. It was just a cool feature on their website. Like, if you wanted to be charitable, you could do it directly through Google, and Google gives the money to whoever you choose. I mean, there was a list. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you too, Blunt Goblin. Yeah, I guess that means instead of taking, what is it, 35% or whatever YouTube takes out of Super Chats, instead of taking that out of my money, you know, they had to give it all to charity, and they're like, fuck. We don't get to keep any of this. I know I can still donate to charity just in a different way, but I'm going to figure that out for another time. Maybe next month I'll do it. I want it going directly from your bank accounts to the charity. I don't want to hold any of the charity money whatsoever. That's how I want it to work. So yeah, they removed a cool feature that allowed you to do that. You could donate to charity. You could have a charity drive and have the money go directly to your charity and not have to worry about, you know, having to show a receipt to everyone to prove that you donated it to this charity. I could just give it to a homeless guy. There's a lot of homeless guys in the city I live in. I would feel kind of weird just giving it to a random one. Lots of heroin issues in Seattle. Where's Billy? Billy's enjoying the holiday. This is my way of just doing a stream. This is not an official show or anything. It's just a Christmas stream. I'm sure a lot of people are busy right now. This is not normally a day to stream. I mean, I can't Billy's already doing a 24-hour show, even though it was his idea. He promised it if we reached a certain point on Patreon, and we did. So we had to do it, but so I can't ask him to come in on Christmas too, since we're doing a 24-hour show. Is the drug problem in Seattle as bad as Vancouver? I'd say it's about the same. Maybe maybe it might be a little worse in Vancouver. I've been to Vancouver and I've seen the needles all over the ground in the alleyways downtown. In Gastown, that area down there, lots of like junkie activity going on. Make him I can't make Billy do anything. I think you overestimate my abilities. I mean, if he ends up not being busy later, I don't know how long I was going to do this all night and see how much money we could raise. But I'll go for probably 1.5, 2 hours at minimum. So. Gastown is a rough area. It's pretty cool, though. There's lots of cool stuff down there. Yeah, so this is not a normal DP show. I might not even keep this up on the main channel. We'll see. I said I was going to do a stream today. I told people it was going to be a charity stream originally, and now I felt I at least had to come on and tell you guys that YouTube does not allow me to do their charity stream anymore. So this isn't like, it's not numbered. It's just me streaming. Get some extra views, and obviously some people...
Merry Christmas and thank you for all the laughs over the years. Also fuck YouTube. After they took Ethan Ralph's St. Jude charity and now with them disabling charity donations, it's clear that they don't give a fuck about us.
I agree. That was spoken very well by Stephen Hawking. But yeah, it's true. It's true, and I do think the Ralph retort thing had a lot to do with it. And that's stupid as fuck. I mean, say what you want about the Ralph retort. I actually watched it a few times. I was entertained by it. Obviously, there was shit going on that I didn't agree with, and obviously their chat was fucking crazy. But I was used to that because the DP chat back in the day was like that. So, you know. But I think it's dumb for YouTube to, like, you know, they perceive them as bad apples to, like, just wipe it from most people's ability. I saw gaming channels that wanted to do charity streams on Twitter, and the YouTube Twitter bot is telling them that they're being more conservative these days. If Billy's not doing anything later, I can bring him on through Skype or something. We'll see. Billy did a stream last night. It was kind of cool. Why are my chats not showing up in fan chat? I don't know. I saw your chat. I just switched it to live chat. Didn't PewDiePie have a charity stream earlier this month? He strikes me as someone who they would still allow to do charity streams. But I don't know when they cut it off. There hasn't been, if you look into it, there was never an official announcement of this. This is something we just started seeing recently coming from, you know, YouTube on Twitter. Team YouTube on Twitter has been saying this. This mask is actually really comfortable. I like it. Yeah, I just talked about the Ralph thing. Yeah, it is because of the Ralph thing. I'm almost positive. Play a video? I will. I have videos. You know, it's kind of a slow news day. I mean, there's not really a lot being reported. A lot of shit about how Trump sucks from CNN. So we have that, right? You can always count on that to be around. So one of these days I'm going to check news and it's going to be like, nothing happened today. Mueller took a 2-minute dump. He must have been contemplating the investigation into Russian collusion. It's like anytime Mueller does anything, it's considered news now. Oh, wow. People in the chat are telling Egghead to shut up. Oh, you know, I was talking to Billy about Onision on his stream last night. Billy was doing the whole, oh, you know, the lake was on his property, you know? The problem is that it wasn't like it wasn't a private lake. It was like public wetlands. And that's where his property ended. He didn't own the little pond, lake, whatever it was. Hello from Bosnia and Herzegovina. Yay. Wow, it's nice to get some international viewers up in here. I don't think I see people in the chat saying, "Oh, Nissan's going to jail." I don't know about that. I think he just has to pay fines. I don't know. I don't know that much about it. I mean, his neighbors did surveillance on him and turned him in. Turned him in to the local authorities because he was chopping down trees and bushes and shit, and then he took all the like waste from chopping down the plants and pushed it into the pond. And normally they don't want you to fuck with the wetlands at all. And there's a decent amount of that stuff around here. Onision should have just moved to Nevada or Arizona or something. Just do that instead. Ugh.
Dusty the Cockatiel wishes you a Merry Christmas even though you didn't watch the Jenny McDermott topless vid.
Right. Right. I mean, there's no amount of money that would make me want to watch that. Why do you want me to watch that so bad? It's scary. That was Dusty the Cockatiel's owner. How many people are on their way to go watch that right now? Not me. He was trying so hard to get me to watch that. PragerU. I've seen PragerU ads play over videos of people I watch. I don't know how people can ignore Nision's past and be friendly with him now. I mean, when I met Onision, I had a level of decorum with him because I don't want to be a threatening presence in person to anybody who's not actually physically threatening me. So I was fine with that, but I'm not like, I don't hang out with Onision. I've only met him twice. Toxic chat. Welcome to the chat, if you've never been here before. I don't really know who Onision is, but I feel like he's only ever mentioned as doing horrible stuff. Yes, that's true. That's true. The thing about Onision that really bothers me is that he tries to look like a 10-year-old boy when he's a 30-year-old man. That kind of freaks me out a little bit, and how he wears mascara. Isn't that weird? Because that's like the least bad thing that he's done, right? It just creeps me out. Someone said Jacqueline Glenn hates Onision. Maybe she does now, but she didn't always. I think she did videos with him before and stuff, so. Did I ask about his surgery? I believe I did. I don't remember. I'd have to go back and watch the video. My entire interactions with Onision have been live on a stream. So I've never really had much of a private conversation with Onision. Maybe for a few minutes. I get the mascara thing. The Snuffleupagus from Sesame Street freaks me out too. Yeah, Snuffleupagus did have really long eyelashes. Is he fake? Someone asked if he's fake. He admitted that a lot of the stuff he did was staged. There was a lot of kayfabe. Someone asked, oh, you know what? Since I'm doing this right now, I'll just play the nifty intro. Get Billy O'Reilly off the screen.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Since I'm answering questions you guys are asking me right now. Drunken Peasants, what do you think about Patreon? What do I think about it? I mean, there's obviously they're making some strange choices now, and alienating a segment of their customer base, and it's harming creators a lot, way more than it's harming them. So their choices have harmed this channel. I want to send you a rap, but you're not Billy. Anyway, Merry Christmas. Watch this vid. I'll look into it. I don't know what it is. How can she slap? I do. Okay. So I'll let you guys ask me some more questions if you want. I'll do it for a few more minutes. How was my holidays? Were they at least decent? No, not really. I mean, they weren't bad. They're just uneventful. I worked on a lot of stuff. Did Onision marry Trisha Paytas? No. I don't believe that's correct at all. Did I get anything awesome for Christmas? Nothing really awesome. My parents sent me like a gift card for something to go buy. I basically bought house essentials like toilet paper and cleaning supplies and dish soap, and then I bought some food, like some groceries. That's mainly what I got for Christmas, but I'm fine with that. I like practical things. As far as things that I want, like material possessions, I pretty much already have everything that I could possibly want. Yes, of course. Of course I sent them something. Am I planning for the market crash? You know, I probably should move. I have an old 401k from an old job sitting around. I probably should move stuff out of the market and into like there's investment options where you can move where they're not affected by the market or they're not as affected by the market. I probably should look into that just in case it really tanks out. Did I listen to your track? No, man. I went to sleep. I was up way too late. I was up way too late chatting with all you guys. Invest in gold and silver. Yeah. It's probably a good idea. I mean, you know, anytime I talk about things that are kind of subjective, I get people telling me I'm objectively wrong. So I was talking about investing and cryptocurrency, and of course there was a comment, Drunken Peasants doesn't know anything about cryptocurrency. So I always get apprehensive to even talk about that kind of stuff because I'm afraid that people are going to tell me that my subjective opinion is objectively wrong. So, what holiday treats do I like? Oh, man. You know, I mean, when I was a kid, I loved the Christmas cookies with all the frosting and the sprinkles on them. I don't really eat a lot of sweets now, but my grandmother, she used to make a huge batch of those every Christmas. We'd have tons of them. It's seemingly unlimited Christmas cookies. She would make so many of them. So I used to like those. I like Christmas style food, but it's also very similar to Thanksgiving style food. You know, I like those kind of meals, the ham or the turkey, you know, some potatoes, some veggies like green. I like green beans a lot with ham and turkey, and asparagus. I like that a lot. Magic brownies. Man, I haven't made any brownies in a long time. I can make some pretty powerful brownies. Is my family Polish? A segment of my family is Polish, yes. My maternal grandmother is Polish. And it showed him when I took my DNA test that I did have about 25% Eastern European, a little bit more like 28. I don't know where the rest really comes from. There might be some on my dad's side or something, maybe, that we're just not aware of. Am I still dieting and exercising? Not as much as I'd like to. I started to feel sore again in my hernia area, my former hernia areas, so I had to take some time out. But I'm ready to jump back into it again. Do I speak Polish? Not a word. Polish food? Yeah, you know, I like that. I mean, okay, at my family Christmas, we would have kielbasa and pierogies and gułamki. So we would have, I mean, not every year, but sometimes we would have that. And then, but I've seen like what a Polish Christmas Eve dinner looks like, and that looks really good. I've never had that before. I do have segments. I'm going to play segments, but this is not an official show. This is just me doing. I usually just do this on the DP Underground channel, which I'm also streaming on right now. I just felt like, why the fuck not? I'll just do it on the main channel. I figured, you know, today's not pierogi is plural. You're right. I'm American, so I'm going to say things wrong. My family's always done seafood on Christmas since the usual food is so similar to Thanksgiving. I've continued the tradition since moving out on my own. That's pretty cool. There's a lot of good seafood in the area I live in. I've had the chance to try a little bit. I also like tamales, and that's like a Mexican Christmas tradition that I got into when I was living in Albuquerque. And that shit, oh man, I got addicted to tamales. Tamales are so bad for you though. I mean, it's corn, it's like corn flour and lard and meat and chili sauce and cheese sometimes too. Where's Billy? He's celebrating. It's funny with these streams. I know I'm going to keep answering the same questions over and over again. Billy is at home doing his thing. Maybe I haven't talked to him today, so I don't know if he'll be available, but maybe later if he is. I'll see if he wants to come on. But otherwise, It's just me. These are the types of streams I do on the Underground channel. Do Americans have pig blankets with the turkey? Not that I'm aware of. Yeah, Albuquerque is a beautiful city. There are some pretty scummy areas, but there's a lot of natural beauty that helps cover it up. It does have, there's like a unique architecture there. A lot of the Adobe style houses. A lot of earth tones. The color to everything is usually more like like earth tones rather than any other type of color. Yeah, I put red enchilada sauce on my tamales too. Someone said they just drank for the first time. I do have a couple beers. I'm not going to get drunk or anything, but I got like 2 beers here. This one is from New Belgium. It's called Accumulation. It's a white India Pale Ale. Some Christmas hot sauce? You mean that Mad Dog shit? Oh my god. I did a whole shot of that. I was on the ground in pain. It was terrible. My first beer was like in high school because someone I knew someone old enough to buy beer. My family is having prime rib this Christmas. Also, if Santa was real, would you give him a cookie edible? I don't know. Can he fly a sleigh when he's all baked? Prime rib is awesome. I know, like, vegans and vegetarians wouldn't agree. I love prime rib with some horseradish on the side. Very good stuff. Oh, you got your tamales ready? Fuck yeah. Man, tamales are so good. I have some frozen ones. I've made them myself before, but obviously it's easier to just go buy some frozen ones and heat them up. I have a steamer that I heat them up in. The reindeer fly the sleigh? Fuck that. They just give the propulsion and Santa steers the fucking sleigh, A-Spec. You are objectively wrong with your subjective opinion. Speaking of edibles, how do you make yours? Do you use the magic butter machine? Sorry if this sent twice. I don't think you saw it. Hey, I don't mind getting it twice. Okay, so no, I don't use a magic butter machine. I use coconut oil, cheesecloth, a ½ ounce of mid-grade weed. You don't want to use really good weed. It's pointless to use really good weed in edibles. And a crock pot. And I fill the crock pot with the coconut oil. I grind up the weed really fine and I pour it in the crock pot. And I put the crock pot on the heat, on the lowest setting. You know, like the kind of setting you would use to just keep your food warm. Like the, like soup, if you're keeping soup warm or whatever. And you let it sit that way overnight with the weed just sitting in the oil that's heated up. You don't want the oil to get too hot because it'll burn. You want it to just seep all the THC out of the weed and into that fat. So, and then the next morning, you strain out all the plant matter, and then you put the oil. You can put the oil in like a container. You can freeze it. It'll last for a long time. Best and worst weed experiences. Also, I want the Christian to stop appropriating my Norse culture. Odin will bring toys to all the good girls and boys. Did Odin bring toys in Norse mythology? I don't know. Best and worst. Best, I mean, I've had a lot of great times being high. The worst were the times where I got too high and either had like a crisis in my... You know how sometimes if you get too high, you start overthinking everything, and you go back and you examine every decision you've ever made in your whole life, and, you know, you get freaked out. That's pretty bad. But also, I mean, I've gotten so high that I've like gotten dizzy and thrown up before. There was one night I drank an entire big edible drink, and it had like over 100 milligrams of THC in it. It was meant to just do like a shot every now and then, but I drank it like it was a Coca-Cola out of the bottle, and I got so high that I couldn't even stand. I just laid on the floor and I was like sweating. I was so crazy high off of it. So can I use shake trimmings for the edibles? Do you have to detoxicarbonate the weed, and what does that mean? I don't know what that means. But I have an important question. Do you have any computer speakers you would recommend? I'm looking for decent sound quality at a relatively low price. Actually, yes. I have the type of speakers that we use here in the studio. They're not made for PC, but if you get the right components, you can use it with your PC. And those are actually in our Amazon store under equipment. I'm going to go back to that. Thank you. I enjoy scamming you.
Atheist bad for the drunken peasants admits he likes scamming people.
Someone's telling me to eat something. I'm withering away. Fuck that. You haven't seen me lately then. I'm like the heaviest I've ever been in my life right now. So anyway, yeah, I had a really bad experience to where I couldn't even stand up. I was so high from drinking this weed drink, and I had to force myself to throw up to feel better. And the only way to throw up was to drink water. So I was just chugging water, and then I would throw it up along with a lot of the shit that was still in my stomach. And eventually I felt okay, but I had to fall asleep. I was dead tired. I was flop sweating. Do I like to take hard drugs like meth or cocaine? No. I've never done meth, and I would not regularly use cocaine because that's very addictive and expensive. So no, I'm not into that. Someone's asking about Christmas cookies. I did talk about that earlier. I don't really eat a lot of cookies or candy or anything like that now. All right, I'm going to do a Von Helton. Let's get into it. Oh shit, wrong intro. I haven't watched this video, so I don't know how accurate the title is, but this is from CNN. It says, Trump tweets, "Poor me," as shutdown continues. Did he literally do that? Did he actually tweet "poor me"? I guess we'll see.
Welcome to a special holiday edition of The Lead. I'm Jim Sciutto, in for Jake Tapper, and we begin this afternoon with a not-so-merry Christmas Eve. Here in the nation's capital, the federal government is in the third day of a partial shutdown, with lawmakers home for the holidays and the threat of political paralysis.
That's what Trump gave America for Christmas. Actually, it's not just Trump. That's what Trump and the Democrats all together, our government, the people we put into power and give them a decent possible lifetime job, as long as they can keep getting reelected. They make a lot of money. They make money not only off their salary, but also, you know, people getting their palms greased for other shit.
Stretching well into the new year and the next Congress. Nearly 1 million federal employees are impacted by the shutdown, some including TSA and Border Patrol.
Oh, it's Pimp Monk. Pimp Monk, if you get bored at any point, you're welcome to come on. Pimp. Mm-hmm. Yes, you are. Mm-hmm. Pimp Monk gonna come on. Mm-hmm.
Agents forced to work without pay. Meanwhile, President Trump is holed up at 1600 Pennsylvania instead of in his Mar-a-Lago club in Florida, stewing and tweeting up a storm. Quote, I am all alone, poor me, in the White House, waiting for the Democrats to come back and make a deal on desperately needed border security. CNN's Abby Phillip joins us now from the White House. Abby, at this point, the president, Republicans, Democrats on the Hill, they don't even seem to be talking, let alone budget.
No, not at all. And there doesn't seem to be that much urgency to resolve this government shutdown issue. Instead, we've seen President Trump behind his Twitter and not really seen in the public eye for 3 days.
I will say, like, you know, the female reporters on CNN are more diversified than Fox News.
Tweeting.
You know, because Fox has like a Barbie machine that they make. I'm live on my main channel. I gored it back. Oh, cool. Cool, pimp. Yeah, so that is just something I've noticed between CNN and Fox.
Defensively almost about his demand for a border wall, but not really adding much clarity about what he's demanding in order to end this shutdown.
We're going to have a shutdown. There's nothing we can do about that.
With the government shut down around him, President Trump has spent most of Christmas Eve on his phone and alone at the White House, the first president to spend the holidays in Washington since Bill and Hillary Clinton 18 years ago. The president hasn't been seen anywhere for 3 days.
Egghead, I'll have you on later. I will have you on later. You will get to
except on Twitter, where he has been making grievance the reason for the season. Tweeting, I'm all alone, poor me, in the White House, waiting.
Woe is me. Whoa. Did he really? I like it how he put it in parentheses. Dude, oh my God. I want to see the replies to this. There's probably some really priceless replies.
For Democrats to come back and make a deal on desperately needed border security. That message coming minutes before First Lady Melania Trump.
I like it how he makes it sound like if we don't have a wall, we're not actually going to have border security. I mean, we can create a security grid that's technology based and do a more effective job than steel slats. I saw Von Helton on Twitter the other day. He was mad about the steel slats because he said you could fire a bullet or even an RPG between them. It's like, who the fuck is shooting RPGs from Mexico into the U.S.? Nobody.
Trump was seen departing Florida to return to the White House early because of the shutdown. Trump's demand for border wall funding has even prompted some Republicans to question whether
steel slats. Hey, Ben, sorry. This is my last one for a while because I'm near Brugg buying presents anyway. Could you make my Christmas due for as long as the next donation amount? So I have to for 5 seconds if I get $5. So if I get $100, I have to for longer than a minute. Holy shit. I can't hold my breath that long. I'll have to oscillate it. Look at this shit. Okay. The fence is hardly a deterrent at all. And it is a fence. It's not a wall, okay? You cannot call this a wall. This is a fucking fence. And it's easy as fuck to hop over it. It doesn't even matter, though. Look at the terrain. Look at the terrain. No water in sight. Dry as fuck. When it's probably brutally cold at night and unbelievably hot during the day. The terrain itself is a deterrent.
The fight is all for show.
This is a made-up fight, so the president can look like he's fighting, but even if he wins, our borders are going to be insecure. It's a spectacle, and candidly, it's juvenile. The whole thing is juvenile.
Amid a government shutdown, the stock market crumbling, and turnover in his administration, the president is growing increasingly angry and isolated, according to the New York Times, taking little pleasure in his job as leader of the free world, spending less time with old friends, and telling the ones he does speak to that he feels totally and completely abandoned, the paper reports. With Congress gone until Thursday, hope seems slim that a compromise will be reached soon to reopen the government.
I think that is, it's very possible that this shutdown will go beyond the 28th and into the new Congress.
Even as the incoming acting chief of staff acknowledged that Trump's fight for a taxpayer-funded wall isn't exactly what he campaigned on.
Yeah, he campaigned on a real wall. I mean, the thing you're standing next to there, that looks like a segment of a wall. That does not look like a fence or steel slats or whatever the fuck, a barrier. That looks like a wall right there. But you didn't say it was going to be tax funded. You said it was going to be paid for by Mexico, which anyone with a brain realized was bullshit.
None of that is Mexico paying for the wall. And let's just be
But technically, you and I both know that it cannot work exactly like that. I can't spend any money at the Office of Management of Budget. The Department of Homeland Security can't actually spend money from Mexico. We have to get it from the Treasury.
And about a half an hour ago, the Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen left the White House after meeting with President Trump about border security and the wall, a meeting that was added quite late to President Trump's schedule on a day that he spent most of the time tweeting. Meanwhile, Melania Trump, we believe, has returned back to Washington, so President Trump is home alone no more. Jim?
Home Alone. Oh, you had to throw that reference in there. Little Donald McAllister, Home Alone. Keep the change, you filthy animal. He campaigned on making Mexico pay for it by cutting money flow from U.S. to Mexico. It's not happening. This is something that if we're going to have, we have to pay for it. It's going to cost a lot. Going to have to pay for the materials and the manpower. It's going to take a long time. But he already said there's going to be gaps in it, too. Oh, no. It's like if there's gaps in a fence, what's the point? They need a moat. How about a moat, guys? I want a moat with alligators and electric eels. Someone said I was sexist for saying manpower. I do apologize. I do apologize profusely.
All right. Guess he still has his phone, though. So is there any hope for a breakthrough? In talks, CNN Manu Raju joins me now. So Democratic leaders, they're firing back at the president. I have to say, looking at this statement, Manu, it looks like Democrats digging their heels in here as well.
Yeah, there's really no incentive or very little incentive for the Democrats to move closer to the president's demands, knowing that on January 3rd, Democrats retake control of the House and will have a much stronger hand to push these negotiations. Now, Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, so some people are estimating that the shutdown may last until the new year. So we may have, about a week left of government shutdown. How dare I assume the gender of the power? You're right. That was my bad. Here's some more Trump CNN. Oh, Trump sets completion date for border wall.
Abby Phillip, she is at the White House today. It sounds like the president had some sharp words today for a number of targets.
That's exactly right. The president not really holding back on a number of different topics. He talked about the Fed chairman, Jerome Powell, who he's been attacking in recent days about his decision to raise.
This makes me wonder if Trump not run. Maybe he's going through Adderall withdrawal. Also, as a fellow ex-Catholic, were you ever dragged to midnight mass for Christmas? No, I was never forced to go to midnight mass. Isn't the Rio Grande already a moat? I guess in some places. In some places, it's, I mean, so dried up you could walk across it, depending on where it is. And that doesn't cover the entire U.S.-Mexico border. There's plenty of land where there isn't a river that you have to worry about getting across. Man, they all come in packs right now. Oh yeah, I have to All right. I have to refresh this and read the right ones. Get back into
interest rates. He also talked about the government shutdown and his need for the border wall, reiterating that he's not going to settle for simply border security money. He still wants his wall. And then he continued on to talk about a number of other topics, from James Comey to his favorite words, no collusion. So this is a president, even on Christmas morning, not letting go of a number of different topics that have been in the news in recent days. But we're here he is right now. We'll listen to him for yourself.
Okay. Yeah, well, here he is. Just listen to him. Turn up his mic. There we go.
Very talented guy, very smart person.
Yeah, so I was never dragged to midnight mass, and by the way, just to answer, I'm positive Trump will run, unless he has to resign for some reason.
What about the Fed chair?
Well, we'll see. They're raising interest rates too fast. That's my opinion, but I certainly have confidence. But I think it'll straighten. They're raising interest rates too fast because they think the economy is so good. But I think that they will.
It's interesting to see him not being interviewed while standing, 30 feet away from a helicopter. And him having to talk really loud, and you can't even hear the questions he's being asked.
Get it pretty soon. I really do. I mean, the fact is that the economy is doing so well that they raised interest rates, and that's as a form of safety, in a way. President Obama didn't do much of that. Much easier to run when you have no interest rate. He had a very low interest rate. We have a normalized.
Someone said, you are a whiny liberal, and that's why you don't like Trump. Facts over feelings, buddy. I mean, I've never really liked Trump. Trump has been a well-known public figure for my entire life, and I never really liked Trump. I never thought he was. I was just never a fan of Trump. So I don't think it has nothing. I mean, I am liberal, sure, but it has nothing to do with that. Trump used to be a Democrat. He voted for Hillary Clinton to be his senator. He gave her money. Come on. Bill and Hillary went to Trump's wedding. So you try to just paint it, you're just liberal. You don't like Trump because Trump isn't even conservative. He's whatever. He's whatever the fuck Trump is. He's the weirdest anomaly I've ever seen in the White House in my entire life, or that I've ever even heard of.
Interest rate. A normalized interest rate means a lot. It's good for a lot of people. They have money in the bank, they get interest on their money. For many years, nobody got interest on.
Someone said, FYI, he paid them to go to his wedding. Is that true? That might be true. I don't know how you could know that unless that leaked or something. Is that just a rumor?
Their money. So, but I have great confidence in them. I have great confidence in our companies. We have companies the greatest in the world, and they're doing really well. They have record kinds of numbers. So I think it's a tremendous opportunity to buy. Really a great.
I like it how people are like, you just like Trump because you're a liberal. Okay, tell me how he's good. Instead of just saying, because you're a liberal. That's just a fucking label you're throwing at me. You're just painting me with this broad brush and not telling me how Trump is actually good. Because he's not. He's a fucking failure. He can't even. And anyone who fucking supported him because he promised you a wall and all this other shit, you should wake up by now. He's not giving you a wall. At best, he's giving you a fence. That's a fact. So yeah, facts over feelings. You're going to get a fence with gaps in it.
Opportunity to buy. I can't tell you when the government's going to be open. I can tell you it's not going to be open until we have a wall, a fence, whatever they'd like to call it. I'll call it whatever they want.
Huh? See? See? He literally just said it. He's changing. You can really tell when he decided he has to use a different way of speaking. And that's what he's doing now. I've heard him call it a barrier, steel slats, whatever they want to call it. I'll call it whatever they want. And he this is a fucking retarded tactic that he's using to make it seem like a wall and a fence are the same thing. Yeah, whatever you want to call it. Fence, wall, same difference, right? No. One is a fence and one is a wall.
But it's all the same thing. It's a barrier from people pouring into our company.
It's not the same thing. Okay, so your house has walls. What if I came into your house and replaced it with a fence? Would you be like, oh, same thing, right? It's a wall, fence. I came into your house and replaced all the walls in your house with fencing. Same thing.
Into our country from drugs. It's a barrier from drugs. It's a barrier. You know, there's a problem in this world today. It's called human trafficking. Human trafficking is one of the hard-to-believe problems. And
no, it's not hard to believe, especially when you have, countries that where it's more common because they have more problem policing that sort of thing. But a fucking fence isn't going to stop it.
We're not going to let that take place. We are working.
You don't think someone who's running like a human trafficking operation doesn't have a tunnel that will go under your fucking fence? You know how easy, like if your fence is going to look like what I've seen, it is unbelievably easy to have a tunnel go under that.
So hard to catch these traffickers. They're bad people. We can't do it without a barrier. Right. We can't do it without a wall. So you have drugs, you have human trafficking, you have illegal people coming into our country. We can't do that. We don't know who they are. In the caravan, 618 people were very bad, in some cases, criminals. Wanted for very bad. You saw the one man, he said he was wanted for murder. I don't want them in the country. The only way you're going to do it is to have a physical barrier, meaning a wall.
No, they're still going to get in, and you've admitted that there's going to be gaps in it too. So what's going to stop them from just going to the places where there's gaps? Or just climbing it? It doesn't look difficult to climb.
And if you don't have that, then we're just not.
It's a wall, barrier, fence, steel slat, whatever you want to call it.
An opening. Yesterday I gave out 115 miles worth of wall. 115 miles in Texas. And it's going to be built, hopefully rapidly. I'm going there at the end of January for the start of construction. That's a big stretch. Because we're talking.
I mean, couldn't we just use motion sensors and drones and just, instead of wasting money on a fence, just build more, police / like border patrol stations and have more humans there using the technology that you put in place to detect people who are trying to cross the border? Wouldn't that be better? Wouldn't that be a better way to spend the money?
Talking about 500 to 550 miles total.
I'm not saying I'd prefer fences to walls because there's no defense against my re. I just did the re that you asked me to do. We have technology that would be a better deterrent than a physical barrier, fence, steel slat wall. And it's funny because the way he described the wall, I loved it when he said it was going to be a solar wall. The wall is ableist. What about all the people that can't climb it? They can go, they'll have to build handicap tunnels under it. Yeah, but the way he used to describe the wall, it would be you would think you were thinking like Berlin Wall or like Great Wall of China style. I mean, obviously Great Wall of China is ancient looking, but something that size, that enormous like stone wall, concrete wall type thing that, you know, would be difficult to get around. And now we literally have a metal fence. A metal fence. You know how long that would take to make? Yeah, I know. That's why I said it was never going to happen. I told people. That's why I think it was ridiculous. And that, I'm documented for years now saying the wall will never happen, and it's not going to. This is a fence. This is not a wall. I told people that the wall would never happen.
It's a 2,000-mile border, but much of it has mountains and region where you can't get across.
Right. I've been saying this forever, and I've argued with people. I'm like, you think Donald Trump's actually going to build a coast-to-coast wall with no gaps in it? And I said, you know, that terrain is super harsh. It's even worse. I mean, it's more of a deterrent than a wall. Now Donald Trump is saying this. He has not said this forever. Now he's admitting this.
So we're looking at between 500 and 550. So we gave out 115 yesterday, and we gave it out at a great price. So we're going to have Great Wall there, and we have other sections to give out. One other thing people don't understand or know, or
I can't get across a mountain. I mean, you can try. If you have survivalist skills and supplies and food to do it, have at it. But if something bad happens to you, there's no one that's going to save you, and you're going to die in the mountains. It's desert and mountains. It's fucking terrible terrain.
whatever, but they might as well, because they're not really told. We've renovated massive amounts of very good wall that was good but was in bad shape. And so you don't have to replace it, but you have to renovate it. And we've renovated a massive amount of wall. And in addition to that, and I think very, very importantly, we built a lot of new wall. So it's all being built. The new piece.
Did he just say that out of the 2,000 miles of border, only 500 of it is going to have steel slats, fence, wall, barriers? So only like a quarter of the entire border? Wow. Man, I should have bet people real money that the wall was never going to happen.
The new section is very, very exciting, what's going on there. And you'll see it, because in January I'm going there. We're almost having a groundbreaking. It's such a big section. It's probably the biggest section we'll get out. So while we're fighting over...
Yeah, someone just said, as someone who's climbed mountains near the Texas-Mexico border, it's tough terrain, damn tough. Dying of thirst is an extreme risk. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I remember, driving down the freeway in New Mexico and looking around being like, wow, aside from the freeway, if you were just out in the middle of nowhere here, you could just die.
Funding, we're also building. And it's my hope to have this done, completed, all 500 to 550 miles, to have it either renovated or brand new by election time. Okay? Who did that go to? Different people.
Oh, it's so telling what he just said. By election time is when he wants it done. So hopefully the fucking people who voted for him last time will do it again. And by the way, I do have the Make Xmas Great Again sweater on, so I don't know what you guys are talking about, calling me a libtard. All right?
Highly bid. Yeah.
Mr. President, is the 5 billion number, is that concrete, not...
Well, you have to understand that's complicated, because we're getting $25 billion. It's already approved. But that's for everything. That's for Homeland Security. That includes, as we say, the bells and whistles. We have a lot of drones.
As we say, the bells and whistles. As we say, I know you never heard this saying before. We have this saying that we made up. It has all the bells and whistles.
Everything in there.
That's what we say.
Plus, we have some wall money in there. But we want the wall money to be increased because I want to finish it.
I love it how he doesn't mention at all that he told us that somehow he would get Mexico to pay for it.
But what people have to understand, it has been strongly started. A lot of areas, if you look at San Diego, it's now almost complete. And interestingly, it's California, which has been difficult to deal with because of the governor. Very, very difficult to deal with. But the people of San Diego came and they wanted the wall built. In fact, I was going to build it last, but then
somehow I think not all of them wanted the wall built.
Determined, let's build it.
And
They
it's not a
really
wall.
wanted it built. Because if I built it last, they'd all be screaming for a wall. And you don't hear that. But the wall is beautiful. The job they've done is fantastic. So San Diego is...
Remember when he said it was going to be a solar wall? Man, he just throws anything out there. I mean, I kind of admire it, but I'm also like, how the fuck do people believe this? How could anyone take him seriously? He was trying to say that the wall would be solar, so it would actually make money because it would generate energy.
Largely built. It'll be completed very shortly. But they came to us, the people, and they were asking, they needed border protection. People were walking through Mexico right into San Diego, right over people's front lawns, by the hundreds and by the thousands. And they came to us, they asked for a wall. The only thing that's going to stop that, a drone isn't going to stop it.
Yeah, a drone can move at very high speeds and view a very large area, and you can get those military-grade drones that can sense body heat. So even in the middle of the night, you can detect people approaching the border, and then you send border patrol agents to intercept them. I don't understand why that's so difficult. I mean, we have the technology where we can monitor the border. We just have to put that in place.
High technology is not going to stop it. The only thing that stops it's a wall. And when the Democrats talk about a wall, doesn't mean anything. Well, in Israel, they had a big problem. They put up a wall. 99.99% of the people were stopped from coming in. And we'll have the exact same thing. And we have a long, long border. But we'll have...
Yeah, that's the main difference. The wall you're talking about in Israel is not even close to the size of the U.S.-Mexico border.
The exact same thing.
No, it's not the exact same thing.
Be the case of an Olympic champion who can get over the wall. But for the most part...
And by the way, that percentage, I'm almost certain he pulled that out of his ass.
You're not able to do it. Very high. It's going to be 30 feet. Much of it is 30 feet high. Some of it's lower.
Some of it's lower. I mean, like, an Olympic pole vaulter could pole vault over that, right?
But in some areas, we have it as high as 30 feet. That's high. That's like a 3-story building.
Okay.
So we're making great progress on renovation, on fixing, and we're making great...
Grappling hooks, ropes, ladders. What's going to stop them from digging under it? How far deep into the ground does it go?
Progress on building new wall. And most excitingly, we gave out our largest section yesterday, and that work is starting next week.
Yeah, what if someone like brought a hot air balloon to the border? You know, like close enough to the border where they could float over it. I don't know. I'm just making shit up now.
Have it completed fairly quickly.
And what's your message to federal workers who have been impacted by the shutdown in some way? They're not paid or not?
Well, I think they understand what's happening. They want border security. The people of this country want border security. You know, it's not a question of me. I'd rather not be doing shutdowns. I've been at the White House, and I love the White House, but I wasn't able to be with my family. I thought it would be...
There is a fence already there, and I've seen a border fence between the U.S. and Mexico when I was in southern Arizona.
Wrong for me to...
And they pull people over. They pull you over in southern Arizona without you even crossing the border. I mean, it is pretty secure down there. They check random people, not just people coming across the border, just people, you know, driving with U.S. plates that have not even attempted to cross the border. They'll make you stop and confirm your citizenship.
Be with my family. My family's in Florida, Palm Beach, and I just didn't want to go down and be there when other people are hurting. But it's going to all work out. But
it's gonna all
many
work
of those
out.
workers have said to me and communicated,
it's going to be all right.
Stay out until you get the funding for the wall. These federal workers want the wall. The only one that doesn't want the wall are the Democrats, because they
really
don't mind open borders. But open borders mean
no. When are they saying just open the border? That's not what they're saying. It's such bullshit that you try to pretend like not having a useless wall is the same as wanting open borders. It's ridiculous. And it's not even a wall, it's a fence. Stop calling it a wall. I've already demonstrated how walls and fences are not the same thing. No one would want the walls in their home replaced with fences. So
massive amounts of crime. I mean, the Democrats don't want it because they don't want open borders. And yet every one of those Democrats approved the wall or a fence or very, very substantial barriers. Every single one. I don't think there's one, but let's use the word almost everyone approved a wall or a fence or exactly what we're talking about.
Last night I was talking to an Australian guy and I was like, build a wall around Australia. You know, because they might take surfboards from Indonesia and try to cross the border illegally.
As little as 3 years ago. But over the years, every one of them. The only time they went against it, there was only one time when Donald Trump said, we want to build the wall. As soon as I said I want to build the wall, they were all against it. It's like, take another example. Take Comey. Everybody hated Comey. They thought he did a horrible job. The Democrats hated him. They were calling for his resignation. They were calling for his firing, including Schumer, including Nancy Pelosi, until I fired him. And once I fired him, everybody said, oh, why did you fire him? Why did you fire him? Take a look at some of these people. This is what we're doing now. Take a look at some of these people. Literally the day before I fired him.
He's totally shifted what he's even talking about.
They were saying he should be fired. As soon as I fired him, they said, oh, what did you fire him for? That was a terrible thing to do.
This has nothing to do with anything else he's been talking about for the last several minutes. He's like, oh, well, let's talk about Comey now. Took Comey. Everyone hated him.
It's a disgrace what's happening in our country. But other than that, I wish everybody a very Merry Christmas.
Okay, except for Comey. What a piece of shit.
Thank you.
By the way, guys, if you're not already subscribed to DP Underground channel, there's a link in the description. You can. We're actually live there right now, too. That chat isn't being displayed on screen, though, so that chat's not very active. But normally I do these kind of solo screens on that side channel. I just thought it's Christmas, so why the fuck not? I'll do this stream here. I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I had to run upstairs. There was some dog issues. The dogs were freaking the fuck out. I had to run away for a second. I'm back. So I have 2 beers, as I said. I'm only going to drink 2 beers during this stream. And actually, I have some weed edible drink that I'll drink after that. But here's, it's the same beer I had earlier. But yeah, dude, when you have yappy chihuahuas, they can start getting pissed off at each other. We'll get on to the next video in just a moment here. Someone said, that must taste like shit. Really? You don't like New Belgium? I mean, whatever, to each their own. I've always liked New Belgium Brewing Company. I mean, it's one of those micro brews that, you know, is nationwide now. I can buy it no matter where I am in the country. I would say that alone shows that there's demand for it. Chihuahuas have social anxiety. They do. They shiver when they get excited and stuff. And every now and then, my two little dogs will just freak out on each other and start attacking each other. But they can't really do any, they can't do any damage because they're so little. Someone said Belgian beer is better when bottled. This isn't actual Belgian beer. This is New Belgium. It's from Colorado, but they make Belgian style American beer. But I've been to Belgium. I know the beer there. It's probably my favorite beer in the world. Beer that's actually from Belgium. Who is the oldest of the two? Athena's the older of the Chihuahuas, and then I have a big old dog. The bigger one of the two is the older one. Better than IPAs. Yeah, I'm not really an IPA fan. That's one thing about microbrew that I'm not. I never got into the IPA thing. German beer's your favorite? German beer's great too. I've been to Germany too, and obviously I can get most of the really good German and Belgian beer here. You just go to like the store where they import beer. We have a store here. One of my favorite beers is from Belgium. It's called Delirium Red. It's so fucking good. It almost tastes like red soda. If you guys have ever had red soda before, it's kind of like that. Kind of has that taste. Very sweet. Pretty good. Crown Royal. I think that's whiskey, Egghead. Is that what you're drinking right now? Egghead drunk is hilarious. That's what we need. Yeah, red soda. Like if you've ever had like Red Pop, like Faygo Red Pop. I know I'm like giving away the region I'm from, Faygo Red Pop. Trump took phone calls from little kids at the White House. I didn't know presidents did this. It's pretty funny.
How are you doing? How old are you, Coleman? 7. Wow, that's pretty good, right? Is everything good? You doing well in school?
This is so weird.
That's great. What are you going to do for Christmas?
And I mean, Trump, he does all of this fine because he's used to being a public figure. And there's a few different jobs you do as president. One is this kind of stuff. Calling, like being an ambassador in many ways.
Hello, good evening.
Hey, look at that huge portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the wall. That's insane. I've always wanted to visit the White House. You know, the White House was closed for almost 10 years to the public. And then they reopened it. I mean, like after 9/11, it was closed for maybe even over 10 years. But I think now you can do tours once again of the White House. It's kind of cool.
Well, that's really good. Well, you just have a good time. Are you still a believer in Santa?
Oh my God, you just ruined it. You asshole. Okay, I take it back. Take the phone away from this guy. Don't let him talk to the kids. I cannot fucking believe he did that. Oh, yeah, do you still believe in Santa? Or you're one of the smart kids that figured out Santa's a phony?
Because at 7 it's marginal, right? Well, you just enjoy yourself.
Yeah, he fucking ruined Santa for some kid. His parents had to break that news to him. Do you still believe in Santa? Are you a dumbass? Like most kids your age? Or you're smart? Did you figure it out? Did you figure out their plan? Here's some spare change for helping me survive my workday since show 100. Wow, long time. Thank you, I appreciate that. I don't know what kind of money this is. PLN? Is it Philippine? Like, what is PLN money? Does anybody know? Yeah, I don't know what PLN money is, but that's pretty cool. You know, I opened up a crypto donation address. I don't think I've ever used it. I just thought about that. Oh, is it Polish? Is it zloty? I didn't know it was PLN. PLN. Okay. Why doesn't it have... Okay, cool. I did not know that that was the abbreviation for that. Thanks for your Polish money. I appreciate it. Here's Wall Street is distancing itself from Bitcoin because there's Bitcoin crash. At least that's what they're saying in this report.
And Wall Street is stepping back from Bitcoin. Major banks like Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, and Citigroup reportedly shelving their plans to trade cryptocurrencies due to insufficient interest.
Huh. You know, I was thinking Fidelity might take it up. I guess we'll see if Fidelity
Lack of progress
decides.
comes after, well, the price of Bitcoin plunged to around $4,000. Remember?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that if these other investment groups allowed you to buy Bitcoin or, you know, Bitcoin ETFs and stuff like that, the price of Bitcoin would probably go up.
Remember when it hit $20,000 just over a year ago? The big banks are said to be ready to launch trading operations if cryptocurrency mania returns, but right now it hasn't.
Those poor struggling major banks. Yeah. The fridge. Merry Christmas, Ben. Been watching.
Merry Christmas, Ben.
Oh,
been watching and a patron since G-Men and the Masters of Stupidity. My favorite beers are all Polish. Perla, Zwage, and Zuber are pretty good.
Yeah, those are good. I've had a bunch of different types of Polish beers. Some of them I don't even know how to pronounce. So I had a time in my life where I wanted to try like all different types of beer from around the world. Like the beer in Europe is so good because they've been doing it for so long. You know, they have that history. I still like a lot of the microbrew that comes out of the U.S., but I think the beer in Europe definitely blows away whatever you could normally get here. Oh, by the way, so if any of you guys do hold crypto and you do want to give crypto as a donation to DP, we have a place right here. I just linked it. Oh man, did it not? Yeah, there it is. So you can send us crypto that way. If you have any at all. I'll put it down in the description too, just in case. I don't care. People are saying, like, people always insult crypto, but people got rich off of it. I think it'll go back up again eventually. I don't think it's dead. I think it's beyond. I think eventually certain financial institutions will allow you to buy all types of crypto directly. And when that happens, there will definitely be more. The value will go up once it's more available. Crypto the super dog. Crypto the super dog. Yes, that's what I was talking about. How many caps for one Bitcoin? I don't know what that is. Caps. I think Bitcoin is like around $4,000 right now. 21 steel reserve is the best. Yeah, right. You know what? I'm going to open up the floor again for another Q&A segment. We're going to do it right now.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. And I want to have them answered immediately.
All right, hit me with your questions, guys, if you got any. I'll try my best to answer them. I can't answer them all, obviously. But I will do my best. Milwaukee's Beast. Oh, caps are Fallout money. That goes to show, like, yeah, I've never played Fallout, so. Have you drank a lot of mead before? Do you enjoy it? Yes, I do like mead. I've been to breweries where they make mead and they have different flavors. Yes, very delicious. Autobots or Decepticons? Decepticons. I always go Decepticons. I always go Cobra. I always go Skeletor. I usually side with the heels. Why are you dressed up as a Dilophosaurus? I'm not. I'm a fucking Lucha Libre Christmas tree. How old were you when you lost your virginity? 16. Oh my God. It's going so fast. Have I ever tried any Australian beers? Only Foster's, which is, you know, whatever. That's the Australian beer we get in the U.S. normally. I mean, if I could seek out Australian beer, but someone said red or green salsa. Pff. Salsa, I like red, but chili, like chili sauce, I like green on certain things and red on other things. Someone said Australian beer is not good. Do I think turkey bacon is bacon? No. I mean, we call it bacon, so in a way it is, but it's not. If someone was like, want some bacon, and they hand me turkey bacon, I'd be like, what the fuck is this? Just tuned in right now while super high. Your mask made me laugh for 3 minutes. Glad you enjoy it. You should thank Anthony Fantano, because he's the one who sent it to me. Did I lose my V card to a Catholic priest? No. What a weird question. I am right-handed. What's my opinion on bare fist boxing? Good way to break your hand. Good way to get your face broken. But whatever. If people agree to do it and people want to watch it, then it is what it is, right? Someone said, Australian beer is really good. You probably just drink the shit we don't drink. Oh, yeah. Someone said, did I get banned? No, I just read your message. Do I have any allergies? Yes, I have all kinds of allergies. I have seasonal, indoor, outdoor, and animal, like pet allergies, especially cats. I'm so allergic to cats. What price would I put on my dignity? I don't know what that means. People are talking about Australian beer now. Foster's is so bad that we don't sell it in Australia. You don't sell it anywhere in Australia? Are you sure? There's nowhere? Like it's banned from your country? Do I like Bone Thugs and Harmony? I mean, not really. They're good. I'm just not really into that style of music. You know, in the 90s when Bone Thugs and Harmony was out, I was really into a very different type of music. Thoughts on President Tito of Yugoslavia? I mean, I only know what I read about him in history books and places like that. I don't know. Yugoslavia didn't last very long after he was gone, though, did it? How much does Rick and Morty suck on a scale from 1 to 10? It doesn't suck, I just don't watch it. I'm not really into it. What gifts did I give my dog? Squeaky toys. What is a movie that you recommend people to never ever watch? I can't do that because some people might enjoy something that's bad in a. Okay, never mind. Canyon Trail. Jam or jelly? Preserves. Favorite kind of weed? I like, there's a strain out here called Orange Poison that I like a lot. Is Suicide Squad watchable? I've never seen it. I don't watch a lot of movies. I've given up on movies. All the movies I like are old, like me. No, I cannot play that Living End song that I asked you if you could play. No, I cannot play that good. I can sit down and play songs and play some chords, write some stuff, but I cannot. I'm not a skilled lead guitar player. You pick Canyon Trail over Gale's movie. Yep. Gale's movie, everyone should watch. You know, I just downloaded it recently just in case it ever disappears. I think it should be held on to. Someone should put it in the fucking Smithsonian. It's a classic. Can I play the song from Hong Kong 97? I guess I could if you want me to. It'll get stuck in your head for at least a day. Hi, Speedy. My internet's being a little laggy right now. It's my favorite chemical element. I don't have one. Here's something I've never seen before. Those of you who live in the UK, you might be familiar with this, but the Queen's Christmas broadcast.
Some cultures believe a long life brings wisdom. I'd like to think so. Perhaps part of that wisdom is to recognize some of life's baffling paradoxes, such as the way human beings have a huge propensity for good, and yet a capacity for evil. Even the power of faith, which frequently inspires great generosity and self-sacrifice, can fall victim to tribalism. But through the many changes I have seen over the
I always wondered why the Federation never used ballistic weapons against the Borg after what happened on the holodeck in the First Contact. Why didn't Starfleet have a bunch of railgun platforms around Earth? Also, favorite childhood movies?
faith, family, and
She's 400 years old, guys. 400.
Friendship have been not only a constant for me, but a source of personal comfort and reassurance. Closer to home, it has been a busy
Closer to home
year for my family.
Yeah, everyone already knows this shit. Who cares to know?
With 2 weddings and 2 babies and another child expected soon. It helps to keep a grandmother well occupied.
Favorite childhood movies? That was the question. I liked a lot of the Mel Brooks movies, so I liked Spaceballs and Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein. What else? Childhood movies. Depends on how far back I go. I like a lot of comedy.
We have had other celebrations too, including the
Someone said Dark Crystal. I do like that movie. I like Labyrinth. Legend. That's a good one. The Doors movie, the Oliver Stone Doors movie. I think that's a really good movie.
70th birthday of the Prince of Wales. In April, the Commonwealth heads of government met in London.
Don't lie about the Queen's age. We know she's 400.
My father welcomed just 8 countries to the first such meetings in 1948. Now the Commonwealth includes 53 countries with 2.4 billion people, a third of the world's population.
That is pretty insane that you're the queen of a third of the world's population, technically.
Its strength lies in the bonds of affection it promotes, and a common desire to live in a better, more peaceful world.
It's so weird that this woman is the queen of all these random places around the world. I mean, just north of me. She's the queen of a place that's about 2 hours north of me.
Even with the most deeply held differences, treating the other person with respect and as a fellow human being is always a good first step towards greater understanding. The Christmas story retains its appeal, since it doesn't provide...
Do you think she wrote this, or do you think someone wrote this for her? And how many takes did this take?
...theoretical explanations for the puzzles of life.
And does she carry the weird hemophilia gene that Victoria gave all of her descendants, or is she so far removed from Victoria that it doesn't affect her?
Instead, it's about the birth of a child and the hope that birth 2,000 years ago brought to the world. Only a few people acknowledged Jesus when he was born. Now,
Jesus was never born.
Now, billions follow him. I believe his message of peace on earth and goodwill to all is never out of date. It can be heeded by everyone. It's needed as much as ever. A very happy Christmas to you all.
It'd be crazy if Prince Charles took over and like tried to flex his muscles as the king. If he decided like, yeah, we're going back to old school monarchy up in this bitch. Yeah, suck my dick, bitch. That'd be awesome. King Charles want me to lick your ass? Yes, lick my ass, bitch. Isn't that the greatest song ever? If you've ever played the game Hong Kong 97, that loop literally plays throughout the entire game as long as you're playing. It's the music for Hong Kong 97. It just loops the entire time you play the game. It's one of the worst games ever, and I almost feel like it's a troll. Because there's no physical copies in existence of this game, as far as I know. So I feel like someone just made a Nintendo, like an NES ROM on their own and claimed that it was some old game that came out in 95. And it's by a company called Happy Soft that never made another game. Yeah. Have you guys ever heard of Polybius? That's like another game that has a weird legend behind it. Play it again? Okay. The game that never existed, yeah. Okay. What else we got here? Oh, yeah. This video is entitled Christmas for Boys. Wild Bill's new intro.
The Boy Scouts of America has filed for bankruptcy. Now, for many years, the Boy Scouts of America was the #1 organization for taking young boys and
Hemophilia is a gender-specific recessive trait. This means in order for a girl to have it, she inherit a copy of the gene from both parents. This kind of recessive trait is also why autism overwhelmingly affects men. Thank you for letting me know that.
Forming them into young men of excellence. Because the Boy Scouts were so effective at promoting genuine manhood, good moral standards.
I like how he has a fucking revolver sitting there. God, dude. Okay. I actually like his setup. I like his mic. It's kind of over the top a little bit, but I like it. I like the background, you know, like the wooden background, even the stupid light bulb. I like that. Why do you have to have a fucking revolver sitting there? I mean, like, what's the point?
Service and passionate patriotism, evil men and women set out to destroy the Boy Scouts, and the battle raged for years. The atheists filed multiple lawsuits because the Scouts required the boys to have reverence for God. The feminists filed multiple lawsuits because the Boy Scouts was, well, for boys. But the monsters who finally destroyed the Boy Scouts were the homosexuals, who filed lawsuit after lawsuit because they wanted to be let in so that they could take little boys on overnight camping trips.
Oh my God, really? You're going there? Hold on, what's that logo in the upper right-hand corner? Are you a member of like a network now or something, Wild Bill?
Gee, what could possibly go wrong?
Look how fucking long and thick the barrel of my pistol is. Fuck yeah, bitches.
There. The Boy Scouts stood strong for a long time, but then along came Obama.
Hold my big fat pistol in your hands, baby.
Who stacked the Supreme Court with justices who didn't give a rat's patoot about the Constitution, judicial precedent, or moral decency. Even though all 50 states, including California, voted down homosexual marriage, President Pervert and his Supreme Court...
President Pervert. I like that.
Rammed it down our throats against the will of the American people. Now that triggered a flood of lawsuits from militant homosexuals to force their unholy agendas on the American people. The Boy Scouts saw the writing on the wall. With the corrupted...
He just needs a mounted deer head behind him and the set would be perfect. I believe you. Do that shit. Fuck, I want to see that now. Bill, go kill yourself a fucking bison or something and get that shit taxidermied.
Supreme Court setting the tone for all courts, and in one of the most despicable days in American history, the Boy Scouts surrendered and opened the door for homosexuals to have access to the boys.
How dare they?
The bankruptcy filed this week is to minimize the damage from over 140 lawsuits filed on behalf of boys who were molested by homosexual scout leaders. The monsters have succeeded in bringing down one of America's most important institutions. But believe you me, the great day of judgment is coming when these evil people will answer for all the evil...
I remember even back in the 90s, the Boy Scouts, they wouldn't let atheists in.
...they have done. Meanwhile, the book that did so much good for so many boys is still available online. The 1970s version of the Boy Scout Manual. Snatch these up...
He said snatch.
...before the monsters get these banned. And get these books into the hands of as many boys as you can. This is Wild Bill for America. Thank you for watching, and America bless God again.
Powered by Excluded. What the fuck is Excluded? And America bless God once again. Hey, if someone wants to send us some Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, there's a link down below in the description on the main channel. It's not on the secondary channel on Underground. It's the Coinbase Commerce link below if you want to send us anything. Just throwing that out there, man. Dude, Stan Lee came back to life and he's in the chat. Have some Christmas dollar, 2 a.m. in the UK and still drinking. Saw the news. Some people showed up at 4 a.m. to see the Royals on Christmas Day. Fucking losers. You can come and invade us, Plox. You want America to invade the UK? Just make it. We'll make England the 51st state. We'll make Scotland the 52nd state. We will make Wales half of a state. So it'll be like, so we'll have 52.5 states. And then Northern Ireland, we'll just give that back to the Irish. How about that? New England, yeah. New Old England, yeah. Yeah, someone just said, yay for United Ireland. Fuck yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bring it back. Make Wales a territory like Puerto Rico. Wales has the most awesome flag, though. That's one thing they've got.
Hello, everybody. It's Christine Chandler coming to you live from my car right now. I'm stopped right now, but my car has been acting up lately. It's been going towards the heat. There's things wrong with the antifreeze coolant thing. I think there's like a couple of leaks there. I just had this car worked on that, but they couldn't patch all the leaks. But now it's getting worse. I pulled this car out. I just put coolant in the reservoir yesterday, and I pulled the car out.
I cannot. It scares the shit out of me that Chris Chan has a driver's license and is on the road somewhere operating a 2-ton motor vehicle.
I get out, I make my way up to CVS and Ruckersville, but then it goes all the way, it starts going all the way up to the H immediately. And I had the air conditioner going, so I had to turn the air conditioner off and put the heat going on. You know, that's not good. So yeah, please do me the big favor. Buy my big price items so I can get this car totally patched up so I can get to BronyCon and all that.
Oh, God. I don't even want to think about Chris Chan at BronyCon. I don't even want to think about BronyCon. I don't want to think about Brony, like, I want to think about a convention with a bunch of bronies. No.
All right, so yeah, available are the two variants. I got the Love Quest Saga autograph photo, sweetheart search, yeah. And there's also the autograph card variant where I referenced the Pickle Man and Pedal Bear. And
did you say Pedo Bear or Pedal Bear? Did you say Pedo Bear? That's fucking
also
weird.
There's the Too Many Games autograph poster, but all of those autographs only from this year, including mine right now. And let's see, there's also the Johnny Cash photo. Yeah, big price items. Please, please buy those now so I can get this car worked on today.
Pedo Bear? I'm still like, what? Chris Chan needs to start streaming. Chris Chan could make decent money if, you know, just a little bit of initiative to streaming. Chris Chan could probably do pretty well. All right, so we're going to do it again, guys. And as I said before, this is not an official episode. Excluded is a video platform / phone amp. What is hilarious is that it's owned by Big Daddy Enterprises. I'm not joking. Google it. Also, Merry Christmas. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you, too. Is Boxing Day before or after Christmas? Or is it different depending on whether or not you live in Canada or the UK? When is Boxing Day? Was it yesterday? Or is it tomorrow? How does that work? After. After, okay. So it's tomorrow. You know, like a lot of Orthodox Christians, they don't celebrate Christmas until January, like January 6th or 7th. It's right now, here in the future. Yeah, you're right. I forgot. Yeah, it's still, you know, it's almost 6:30 p.m. here where I am. It's still the 25th. It's still Christmas here. Living on the West Coast is so weird. I grew up on the East Coast, you know, well, not the East Coast, but in the Eastern time zone, 3 hours ahead of where I am now. It's weird to be on the tail end of a day. Egghead, you're drinking? How much money would it take for you to fuck Christian's taint wound if nobody ever found out? Dude, I mean, in order to fuck it, I would have to be erect, right? I don't think I could ever get erect. Egghead, if you get drunk as shit, I'm going to bring you on. I'm going to ask you the hard questions, buddy. Oh, and by the way, Ryby was in Billy's chat last night. We saw Ryby last night. She was asking, where's Egghead? Where's Egghead? She was like, damn, I'm horny for Egghead right now. Where is he? And Egghead wasn't even there. Damn. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. What do you mean, no, she wasn't? You weren't there. I was there. I saw it. I told her that Teddy Rupskin wondered if she had a blue beaver, and she said it's not blue. So, there you go. Where's Teddy Rubskin, man? Bears don't celebrate Christmas, right? Yeah. One time Teddy Rubskin was like, hey, Ryby, she got a blue beaver. I'm like, ha ha. I laughed so hard at that shit. Blue beaver. Stuffed bears do not hibernate. There's no way. You think Teddy Rubskin's drunk? Is he a drunk? I can't tell. I'm about to take a break in a moment here to go to the restroom, and then I will come back. And we will do some other stuff. We'll bring Egghead on. I'm going to ask him a bunch of very uncomfortable questions. Egghead. Okay, Egghead. I got to make sure you're really drunk before I bring you on, though. And let's bring you on through Skype, too. I'll bring you on through Skype. Someone said blue beaver equals blue balls. How do you know? Streamlabs not letting me use a card. Really? It might be because I changed the setting to so that you have to like be signed in to use it. I'll try removing that and see if that changes it. Let's see. Donation settings. Let's see. Where is it? All right. So I just removed the donors required to log in for a donation setting, and we'll see if that helps. I'm going to finish this beer, then I'm going to take a quick break, and then I'm going to come back in. And actually, I might pull in some of you guys from Discord. So if you're a Discord member and you want to be part of the show, jump into the Discord general voice. I might talk to some of you guys in there if you want. The second half of the show will be coming up soon. And then in the meantime, you guys can all sit together and actually, you know what? I see people in the waiting room. Go if you're a patron and you can get into the waiting room, go in there. The rest of you go into general, and you know we'll mix it up a little bit. I can pull you guys into any room I want. So patrons go into the waiting room, non-patrons go into general. I might be able to kind of move you guys in and out. And I think during the break, I'm going to play the same song I played during the intro because it's fucking beautiful. So break time. I'm going to go to the bathroom. Be right back in a couple minutes. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you all. I'll be right back. And we'll get Egghead on here. I'll let you guys ask Egghead questions that you'd like to ask him. See you soon.
This is not even the captain's login. Gotcha. Because this is dead serious. The inside and outside tour I did a few months ago of my house. Everyone on the internet. Alright, let me just get that stuff off of there. My mother angry! On the internet! My fault! I want everything about my house! On the internet! My fault! I want everything about my house! Now, get it through your fucking skull! My house and the bear! Get all that stuff off of there! I don't know where to go! Go work on it! Kick me in the bum! Yeah, now! I told me the real name! Then I'm done! And the bear at Regency Square Shopping Center! You damn mocking mother angry! I'll send this detective! My fault! I want everything about my house! On the internet! My fault! I want everything about my house! Now! Get it through your fucking skull! And the bear! Get all that stuff off of there! I don't know where to go! Get it through your fucking skull! And the bear! Get all that stuff off of there! I don't know where to go! Like the rap, play with the rapper, I go with you. Now!
All right, we're back. Thanks for waiting, guys. Had to go drain my bladder. Do you guys like that? I love that remix, actually. It's pretty fucking awesome. Someone said, I find this remix to be very soothing. Interesting. Well, let's get Egghead on here. Get Egghead's ass on here. Egghead.
What's up, man?
What's up? How's it going?
Merry Christmas. Doing good.
Merry Shitsmas.
Indeed.
So, okay, Egghead, I'm gonna bring you on the screen in just a second here, and then we're gonna
right.
we're gonna work something out really quick here.
Okay.
Yeah, this is gonna be awesome. I'm so excited about this shit. So just for right now, I'm gonna have you full screen, but I'm gonna move you in a minute here. All right, so Egghead, you got to do a shot, a whole shot. Yes, 3 of them.
All right.
Three of
three
them.
shots?
3 of them.
Oh my.
Which one you want?
Get the crown maple.
Wow, you're just like bossing her around like she's your bitch. What's your problem,
Well, she
Egghead?
I don't know. All right. Let me get the shot glass.
Oh no. Wifey's pouring.
Oh, okay.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, she doing it.
We know
Oh,
who
shit,
wears
let me-
the pants around here. Right? Right, Egghead? Who wears the pants around there?
Who does wear the pants? You.
Me.
Of course, she just said it.
Okay. All right. So is that one shot right here? You got one?
Yeah, this is one shot right
All right,
here.
do it.
See?
Do it. Throw it back. Throw it back. All right. Yep. Only 2 more. 2 more. 2 more.
2?
Yeah.
Oof.
2 more.
Oh, man. You're enjoying this, aren't you, Ben?
Yeah.
He's probably enjoying it immensely.
Yes, he is.
I wonder who has good questions for Egghead. I see a whole bunch of people waiting here. I'm going to bring them in one at a time and ask you questions, but first I need these 3 shots done. Do another one.
All right, hold on.
Hurry up.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Just do it, dude.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Bitch tits.
Oh.
Yep. Okay, only one more.
I don't think I can do another one, Ben.
One more.
Yeah.
One more. Come on, dude, this is your chance to redeem yourself. You wouldn't do. Hey, why am I?
Why?
You wouldn't smoke the weed with the rest of us, and this is your chance to redeem yourself. You wouldn't drink the hurricanes. People were trying to give you hurricanes, and you wouldn't. You wouldn't drink the hurricanes. This is your chance to redeem yourself, Egghead. One more shot. One more shot. Do it.
Fine.
Do it, Egghead. Do it. Do it. Do it.
1, 2. Fuck my life.
Yep. There we go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't puke. Don't puke.
I'm not.
Don't puke. Oh, God. Oh, man. I felt like I was going to puke. Oh, man.
Did you catch that?
Was that a burp or was that like...
Yeah, that was a burp right there. Jesus.
Was it a verp? Was there vomit in the burp?
No, there was. No, there wasn't. Oh, my God.
It was a verp. All right, now's the best time. We'll get Egghead in here. We'll get people to ask Egghead all the questions they ever wanted. First, I'm going to bring in some from the Patreon chat first. Let's bring in, let's see. I don't even know who has any good questions, but we'll see. First, we'll bring in a punk rocker on MySpace. Von Helton's punk rocker from MySpace. Hi. Hey, what's up?
I can't hear them.
Yeah, they're muted. They're muted. I'm going to bring someone else in. I'm going to general then. Hey, what's up, man?
enough of my crown for the night.
Hey,
What's up?
and anything you want to ask Egghead? He's open for questioning now.
Yeah, I got a good one. How come you can do an alcohol, but you can't do a weed? They'd both fuck with your blood pressure, wouldn't they?
I don't know.
What's
I
the
think mainly
difference?
because I feel like it could affect like my heartbeats and my heart rhythm. You know.
Yeah, but alcohol does that as well, like just as bad.
True. I don't know. I just never. I've never smoked. I've never smoked before in my life, and I've never done like pure cigarettes or weed ever in my life. I grew up in that lifestyle.
So you can do a weed.
Yeah, I probably could do a weed, but I just choose not to. I don't mind if other people do. I don't mind if Ben freaking smokes in front of me. If he wants to smoke a fat bong or whatever, he wants to rip one on me. I don't give a fuck.
So, Egghead, would you do this though? This is weed soda.
Weed soda?
Yeah, it is. Like, see, it has 10 milligrams of THC. It's weed soda.
Wow. Huh.
Some are asking, what are you talking about?
Good, I'll do it.
People are asking, what do you mean by pure cigarettes? You said that.
It's just, it's made.
It's in Australia, not as.
No, I don't know, just cigarettes. Like pimps always. I need a cigarette, or I just just cigarettes. I don't smoke cigarettes. Never done anything like that in my life. Not even cigars.
Okay.
God, I can feel that crown just rumbling in the stomach right now. Oh my god.
Yeah, you're gonna be so trashed in a couple seconds here. It's gonna be great.
You don't have to
yeah,
smoke.
I hope you're loving it, Ben.
What were you saying?
Doesn't
I
have
said
to
I hope
smoke
you're loving it.
Bleg, go ahead.
You could just do some weak edibles and work your way up.
That could work.
Let's see who else. I might bring you back in later. I'm gonna bring in some other people. Let's see. How about Mutiny?
Yeah.
Mutiny.
What do you want to say to Egghead?
Oh, Egghead, have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and all that other stuff, and clean your fucking bathtub. It's nasty.
Well, I'm gonna be getting 5 gallons of bleach tomorrow.
Are you serious?
Yes. You told me to get bleach, you jackass.
Yeah, like fill up the tub with bleach. Like, don't breathe in the fumes and shit, though.
Of course.
If you have like a window or a fan, you want to run that.
Yeah, I have a fan.
Or you could try like a magic eraser. That might work too. You could try that out.
Steel wool.
Someone asked, does Egghead have a crush on Ryby? I heard that's why she's in hiding.
Come on, man. Yeah, I have a crush on Ryby, and yet I married her.
You called her Ryby.
Yeah, I know I called her Bigger Ryby, and I still live with that every single day.
So, is Egg Tits satisfied with your sexual performance, or is there something to be desired there?
Yeah.
Ben, could you repeat the question for her?
Are you satisfied with Egghead's sexual performance, or is there something left to be desired there?
Something left to be desired.
Oh, come on!
What is it? Is it like size? Is that an issue, or is it just like, is it stamina? Is he ready to like blow his load like
Speed! Gotta go fast and
Yeah.
hard.
Oh damn! See, you're just lacking in all the
all of the above.
Yeah. So you can't go fast and you can't go hard, is what she's saying.
Damn.
Exactly.
Does the little soldier go limp a lot too?
Yes.
Don't tell her how I get faster, bitch!
Ask it. I'm gonna answer truthfully.
Oh, So what's the problem, Egghead? What's the problem? Egghead. Egghead.
Cringe.
Why?
That's the reason.
Egghead. Why? I want to help you, buddy. Why is the little soldier falling down?
You made she's laughing. I don't know, but she's over there cracking and rolling on the fucking floor.
Why?
Thank you for asking these questions, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, like
now I'm starting to feel woozy.
Yeah, let's talk some more. That means let's talk more when you feel woozy.
What? What?
So what's the issue?
I don't fucking know.
Have you spoken to a physician about this?
No.
No? Why not?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? I'm tired of these I don't know. I want answers.
I never thought that you know to do that shit.
So are you like one of those guys that when you're trying to jerk off, it's difficult because you like jerking off with a limp dick the whole time?
Oh. Why are we going so goddamn personal into my sexual life?
People are calling you.
Thanks a lot, Brittany.
People are calling you limp head now.
Limp head? Oh,
Yeah.
fuck my life.
Because you set it up, hon. That's
I know I give you a lot of.
God.
So Mr. Sixfig says, I know I give you a lot of crap, Egghead, but for real, Egghead, I'll bang your girl till she calls me daddy in front of you so you can see how a real man acts. That's what Mr. Sixfig said. What's your response? Do you have a response to Mr. Sixfigs?
I'll fucking shoot you from before you can
Oh my god! Oh my god, Egghead. You're threatening to shoot people.
Don't take my comments seriously. I feel tipsy.
Egghead.
Real. He's trained in a 6-shooter.
What am I talking about? I don't even have a fucking gun.
They're gonna come and take your guns away, Egghead.
I know.
So is it just that like her vagina doesn't accommodate you? Is that what's going on?
Sake.
What?
No, why the fuck are we continually talking about my fucking sex life here, Ben? Come on!
I said I was going to ask you the hard questions.
I understand that, but God, I don't want to constantly talk about my goddamn sex life.
Okay,
I mean, have you tried going in the back door?
Yeah, yes. Have you tried that?
Anal? No, she doesn't. She never tries that.
Maybe you haven't.
I'm talking about you.
I give up.
You give up? No.
I don't fucking guy.
No. No, Egghead. Tell us more.
Mm-mm.
Do you ever get into role playing? Do you ever play characters? Ever?
Nope.
No?
Nope. Mm-mm.
See, you gotta spice it up a little.
Yeah.
Spice it up a little.
Have you ever had her give you the little pinky?
Nope.
No?
I mean,
think I have-
if you did roll with it could work. I mean, have her wear a blue wig.
Oh. So what percentage of the time on the internet would you say is spent looking at pornography, Egghead?
Maybe 20.
20%. All right. And what are you normally looking at?
Big tits.
Big tits?
Yeah, why the fuck not?
So okay. So does the soldier have trouble standing at attention when you're looking at that? Like what? I'm trying to help you root out the problem. Is it blood pressure? What is it, Egghead?
I don't know.
Why isn't it working? I want to help.
Maybe it's stamina. I don't fucking know.
All right, let's
when
bring
did you
in
become a doctor?
Let's bring
when
in.
did you become a doctor,
let's bring in
Ben?
Ace back. We'll bring in Tech. I'll bring in some people from down below too. I'll bring in Dragon in the West.
Of course. Just
All right.
bring in everybody. No, bring in Ryby if she's online.
Cool.
No, we wouldn't want to bring in Ryby. We don't want you to get too excited.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
You know, if I wanted to, I could and not have to worry about performance issues like you do.
God damn it. I knew I should have stayed in Oklahoma where I had no internet connection. I knew I should have stayed at home.
So they don't have the internet yet in Oklahoma, huh?
Oh, no. You have internet connections, just not at my dad's house.
I know. You know who else lives in Oklahoma, I think, is the person that Jeff Holiday didn't want us to talk about.
Oh, God, don't bring her up.
I don't know who, her. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, she must not be named.
Do you guys here in the Discord chat with me? Do you have any questions for Egghead? Don't be afraid. Ask away.
Did you ever clean the bathtub?
Didn't I just discuss what I was gonna do tomorrow? Did I just discuss this?
So
I didn't hear the last conversation.
At what point does it stop being a work in progress? Like, how many years without cleaning your bathtub is it no longer a work in progress?
I don't know, Ben.
It only takes a few minutes with hydrochloric acid.
Acid would eat that shit that through.
Yeah, it eats the whole bathtub.
Yeah.
So Egghead, Egghead, do you watch midget porn?
Nope.
Have you? So you've never watched it before? Never.
No, I've never watched it.
Liar.
Of course, everything I say is a fucking lie. Just like
well,
how
thanks for
I
clarifying
lied
that.
about these, you fucking prick. Just like how I've lied about Jesus.
Oh yeah,
Just like how I've lied about these.
The Justice Riders series.
Mm-hmm. And they're coming your way.
Thank you, I appreciate it because we'll have hours of fun watching these westerns.
Quote unquote. Oh god. Yep, I'll be sending those to you tomorrow.
So guys, do any of you have any questions for Egghead or anything you want to say to Egghead?
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'll see. Sure, Egghead. I mean, in addition to watching midget porn, do you watch furry porn too?
No, I do not.
Hold on though, you were in Creamsicle's server, and
oh my god!
is there not furry porn in there? What else?
Check the goddamn server.
What else? Hold on. What else is going on in Creamsicle's server? Like,
I wouldn't be able to tell you since
what
I
do you
don't
wouldn't be able to
visit that
tell me? You were
goddamn
in
server.
there.
Yeah, I was in there, but I never fucking checked the goddamn server.
And people mentioned it to you, and you left as soon as you realized that people knew you were in there. You left like the next day.
Oh, we got a cackling hyena in chat now.
Yes.
Sorry, my bad. Sorry, my bad. This is funny.
So what was going on there in Creamsicle's server, Egghead? You sending dick pics to people or what?
No, I'm not.
Are you sure?
I'm not doing any of that. You know I'm not doing that. She would know that I'm not doing any of that.
I don't know. I think people contacted me and sent me dick pics that they said they were yours.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
No. No.
Mr. Six Figs says, for real though, Egghead, I'll bang bigger Ryby in front of you while you sit in the corner and whack Orf. Let you have a real man for once. She deserves it. Whoa. Damn, what a jerk, Mr. Six Figs.
Titty fucking Christ.
Go fuck yourself. You cocksucking piece of shit.
Is that what you need? Do you need Mr. Six Figs to suck you off for you to maintain an erection?
No.
Oh. Okay.
Oh my god.
She thinks it's funny.
Yeah, she thinks everything is fucking hilarious.
No, I just read that super chat thing for the $5 deal.
Yeah.
That was like, wow. Okay.
Mr. Six Figs getting up in her DMs pretty soon here.
Yeah. Yeah, if only he had access to her phone number and only access to her Facebook and everything.
Maybe he does.
Then who the hell have you been talking to?
Oh. Oh, you want to throw shade my way, huh?
God, thanks a lot, Ben. Look what you got going with you. I'm gonna probably end up with another argument.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna end up with another argument. I love this. Anyway, guys, come on.
Oh,
Merry
all right,
Christmas, you lunch of bastards. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you too.
Someone said Mr. Six Figs got the quick fix.
God. She's reading the entire chat that's going on and like, oh God.
Bigger Ryby requires a bigger egg. I can hear her laughing.
She's like,
Oh, damn. No, I'm not Large Marge. Sorry.
Change your name to Cuckhead.
That's an old one. That's an old joke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've heard that name said to me millions of times.
By Egg Tits?
No, by other people.
Here we go.
All right, so we got some more people in here now.
Hey.
Anybody want to say anything to Egghead? I mean, I'm bringing you guys in. Okay, do it.
Go ahead. All right, Egghead, I have a serious question for you, and I want you to hear me out. How much money would it cost to get you to fill up your bathtub, and then you take a shot of the water that fucking was in the tub?
$5 million.
5 million? Fuck, I do that for 1,000.
Well,
I just clean the bathtub and take the shot.
Who else got questions?
How big is your dick?
Was that already answered?
We didn't ask him how big it was. He hasn't answered that.
Why do we want to know?
Say how small it is.
We've established that Egghead can't maintain an erection. We've established that so far during this interview. So, Egghead, have you ever done the thing where you go to the doctor and he sticks his finger in your butt?
Nope.
No?
So prostate exam then?
I'm not 40 yet.
Oh, well.
Well,
it's
you
good
should
to-
do it
it's
earlier.
Never too early.
Yeah. Yep. Look at him. He
Egghead,
hates
have you
this
ever
question.
stuck anything in your
Yeah, I do. I hate these questions. I fucking despise them. You fucking.
How many things have you put up your butt?
Bastard.
So, Egghead, the first time you had sex, how long did it last?
I ain't fucking answering that.
Why not?
You.
10 seconds. $5 says it's 10 seconds.
2
I am
seconds.
done with it.
We're so beautiful. Alright.
I feel like you're watching this right now.
Oh, this is so great.
I'll bring some other people in that
That's
haven't been in
hilarious,
yet.
though.
All right, like
No.
yeah, just everyone's in right now.
Why do you have a
That's
Last Jedi
hilarious,
poster on your wall?
Can you guys hear me now? Yes, you can, finally.
Yeah, we can hear you, Tech.
Oh my god, I figured out why my
10,000 years.
I figured out why my
you
noise
all.
gate was too
I
Mary
hate
Prime
you
spent
all.
MMMH.
Oh,
Deadpool.
thank you.
I love you, Egghead.
Egghead's a one pump
I
chump, dude.
hate you
A
all.
one
Work now.
pump chump.
Merry Christmas.
Mr. Sixfix says, for real though, Egghead, Merry Christmas. Your girl and I had a lot of fun last night. That snow you cleaned off of her this morning was my jizz. How'd it taste?
Yikes.
God damn.
Egghead's
Does he need more pineapple in his diet, or what?
I think Egghead's an angry drunk. Egghead, calm down, buddy. Hold on. Whoa,
Egg.
whoa.
Okay, serious question. Is Egghead like a lightheaded drinker?
Yes,
is
he
that
is.
the case?
He's hardly ever
Jesus
drank in his
Christ.
life. So I
Egghead,
just
have
made
you
him.
ever thrown up from drinking?
Lightweight drinker, not lightheaded.
Do we struggle with that booze? Is his booze?
Egghead, It is me, your bathtub speaking.
You even sound hollow.
Hang on.
So your bathtub is here and has a question for you, Egghead.
Go on, bathtub.
What have you been?
Rub-a-dub-dub.
Egghead, your your bathtub is tired of being ignored, Egghead.
What do you want?
I want you to clean me.
Go fuck yourself. Go kill yourself, you motherfucker.
If he kills himself, you won't have a bathtub anymore.
How you gonna get all that stank off that? Like, how's your girlfriend gonna get like all that stank that is like your sperm like all off of her face, man? Dude, come on.
Whoa.
You know,
Maybe
I haven't
is the reason you have trouble.
I haven't rage quit in a while, so I think I might be doing it. Goodbye.
Oh, Egghead rage quit. Egghead rage quit.
Egghead's a pussy.
Why did we
leave? We love.
He didn't leave the server though.
No.
Now that you mention it, he's gonna fucking leave.
I'm calling back.
Bye.
Murphy's Law, my dude.
Let's just ask him nice questions about kitties.
Please, guys, send someone to help me right now.
You know what? Egghead's bathtub cracked
I'm
the
on
egg.
my way.
Help me.
Affirmative.
He's fading away. Yes.
Gotta say, they like the new rain that Skype has now.
It's not
Oh,
new.
he's not answering.
Oh, Egghead, come on, buddy.
That's
Come
not
on.
very
Egghead.
nice.
Well, I mean,
Merry
if we can't get Egghead, can we get like Pimp Monk on here, or is he like asleep?
I think I think he's in bed if he's not streaming.
I spent so much time on this joke. God damn it.
Oh, he's calling back. He's calling back. Egghead, why'd you rage quit? What the hell?
I wonder why.
What?
Oh, these personal questions and bullshit.
He's so drunk.
What? He's being a sweet boy.
Okay, well,
Oh, yeah, sure you are.
Egghead,
do you like horsies or kitties more?
I don't even know what the fuck that means.
So, just horsies or kitties?
You like cats or
I
horses?
have a feeling this is some sexual bullshit.
No,
so
I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice.
yeah,
I fucking grew up with horses on the farm. What the fuck do you? Okay, take it back. I grew up with both on the farm.
were there horses
answer your
in
question?
Creamsicle's Discord server?
Did you have a good Christmas, Egghead?
I had a great
What did you
Christmas.
get for Christmas?
That's
Did
good.
you see your family?
Yes, I saw my dad who has a thyroid disease.
Aww.
Aww.
Did you see me?
Yeah. A what?
Yeah.
Good.
I don't even know.
Nothing to worry about.
All right.
Your bathtub was asking if you saw him.
Do you remember me,
You
Egghead?
fucking second shit. Yes. God damn it.
He misses you, Egghead. Your bathtub misses you, Egghead.
Aww. You should go see if
Where's
it's.
that JR's barbecue sauce? I need some of the JR.
Oh, you got some? You got some
Yeah, I got
JR's?
JR barbecue. I got
Oh, that's
JR
cool.
barbecue.
Yeah, I know he's from Oklahoma. Is it just
No,
available in the
really.
stores there?
No, like, they don't even. I don't think they. I think it's only on WWE.com.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
So, how hamburgers are delicious, right, Egghead? I'm trying to ask you questions that won't get you to rage quit.
How do you like?
I got one.
Come on, man.
I got one that's pretty
Fine,
simple.
it's like,
Egghead.
These constant. Wow.
Mr. Six Figs, man, he keeps asking he keeps saying these really inflammatory things about you. Do you have a response?
I know he does. Let me see what he has to say.
They call you a cuck.
Mr. Sixplex, you stop that right now. Stop that.
Piece of shit. I would rather help you watch you die by seeing you fucking get fucked in the ass with an overturned tractor trailer.
Would that
you
get you?
motherfucker?
Is that what it takes to get you hard? Is that what it takes to get you to maintain an erection?
Help me.
He's gonna fuck the shit out of his girlfriend tonight.
Oh man.
I guess we'll roll that now.
If he has trouble getting hard now, the whiskey dick.
Yeah. I'm
helping
fucking
you.
lightweight. I don't fuck.
Would you let
I grew up as a fucking sheltered damn child. Never drinking, never smoking, never invited any of the fucking big time high school parties.
Oh damn!
You're just a straight edge.
Thanks for the class here.
High school.
Would you let
Party's overrated.
Would you let egg tits fart on your face?
No.
No?
I have boundaries.
Does
How much money? Not even for $5 million.
Let's say egg tits is so do you only have one bathroom at your home?
Yes.
Okay, so let's say egg tits is in the shower, but you really got to take a dump. Do you just go in there and take a dump like right there in the toilet while she's in the shower?
I can't hold it.
If you can't hold. So how often would you say that happens?
Rude.
Not all the time.
It sometimes though.
Mm.
It is so wasted.
Have you ever thrown up from drinking?
3 shots of Crown Royal.
Oh, that's a good one. One more shot. One more shot.
Thank you, Ben.
What's wrong?
I said 3 shots of Crown Royal Maple, and I'm already wasted. Thank you, Ben.
You're welcome. That's what we needed.
Nice. What was your worst experience with drinking? Like, how bad did you get
that's
it?
a good one.
The other time was when I would drink that 16 shots of sake.
Oh, did you throw up from that?
Wait,
no,
why did that happen?
I didn't throw up with that.
You had a drinking contest with the other Egghead.
Egghead
to,
Alpha.
You to do a cartwheel.
Formerly known as Egghead Alpha.
Yeah.
He kind of disappeared, so I guess you get to keep the title of Egghead.
I'm guessing Egghead is a big lad.
Yeah, I want you to know I'm proud of you for doing that drinking contest. You did good.
Yeah,
did you?
Round of applause for Egghead.
Egghead. How tall are you? How big are you?
5'11".
But you were a big boy, yeah. You're a thick lad.
I mean, that's pretty fucking average, I guess.
Yeah, a little bit.
But he looks a bit
It's
thick.
above average, actually.
Slightly above.
Yeah, it's above, but he looks like a thick lad. He could take his alcohol a little bit. You'd expect.
Boy.
Thick lad. Oh my god.
I'm a bit English. I'm sorry.
Are you drinking on an empty stomach?
Stand up and
I've never heard Egghead described as thick before, you know?
I think it's CK, not double C.
All right.
I want to see your portly physique.
Yeah, how dizzy are you when you stand up?
You don't want to see that, trust me.
Yeah, stand up, dude. Let's see what you look like.
Do like can you do like the Hulk Hogan like Hulk Hogan posing in the ring at the end of a match? Why not?
Yeah, can you do like
I don't want to do that.
Egghead,
Come on.
Egghead, can you do like Hulk Hogan like doing the truffle shuffle or something?
Hulk out of your Christmas jumper, but it's just the belly.
Can you do a jumping jack for a second?
Fucking, what is this?
Can you do like some sort of like Hulk smash pose or something like that?
We're all asking what is this?
Barely even
Don't worry,
stand.
it's not
What
just
the
you.
fuck would you want me to even do a jumping jack?
I think
Dude,
you answered your own
jumping
question.
jack.
So like, so Egghead, you and Egg Tits are like sitting around just relaxing at home, and you got a fart. Do you just let it out like right next to her? Be honest. Do you just let it out right next to her, or do you go to another room and kind of like let it go out somewhere else?
I'm laughing. Let's make that your own shit. I don't know.
So
I'm laughing. I'm laughing there. There's your fucking answer.
So you just
that should be
hey guys, I'm gonna leave.
answer of your
There's too
own.
many of you guys talking at once, so I'm leaving this room for a moment here. So Egghead, you just rip ass right in front of her. That's what you do. You don't even want to. You don't even want to get up and go to another room. You just let it rip, right? Have you ever given her a Dutch oven? You know what that is?
Yeah, I know what that is.
You fart under the blanket and you put the blanket over her head.
I don't do that.
Sounds like you do.
I know that she'll do it right back to me.
All right, so okay, so I'm back. I'm back in here, and apparently Egghead, he does not leave the room. He just lets it rip in the.
Okay.
I got a question.
I got one too, but up to you.
Right, I was just going to say when
dominance.
When you blow your load, Egghead, do you projectile or do you just dribble?
Interesting.
Stop with these sex questions, please.
No, we cannot.
They fart in the goddamn bathtub too.
Okay, Genie. Stop with the bathtub shit.
It's your bathtub.
Jackass.
No, that is your bathtub.
Genie, it's your bathtub.
That is your bathtub.
I've got a legit question. What were you eating after the shots? What were you eating in that wrapping paper?
Oh. Giant ass Hershey kiss.
Wow. Yeah, that is pretty big.
Yeah. What you have for dinner or whatever you Americans have?
I had ham.
Ham, pretty good.
That's traditional.
Yeah, before I came back home, before I came back home, I went to go visit my mom.
Cool.
Aww.
As long as
your mama's boy. And
big bit of meat, it's alright. Big bit of meat is fine.
Egghead. Serious question now. What's your favorite Christmas classic, like Egghead, by any chance? Favorite Christmas classic special?
I always like Die Hard, but I know there's that debate of if Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
Die Hard is the correct answer.
It is.
That's a good
What's
answer.
your favorite Christmas song?
Dude, Jables and I just watched Die Hard today.
Oh yeah.
Christmas song.
Yeah, we all were in the same chat. So we're watching
Christmas
Die Hard.
song, Blue Christmas by Elvis.
Okay, good choice.
Do you Americans give the
Christmas special?
We just asked
Christmas
that.
special, like bona fide Christmas
that.
special.
No, big goddamn Star Wars one.
I don't even know what the fuck you're saying.
So okay. So Egghead. The world is about to end. All human life on Earth, as we know it, will end unless you give either the vigilant Christian, Mario, or Brett Keane a hand job.
Oh,
Which
God.
one do you choose?
Bring on the apocalypse.
Good choice.
You know, I gotta admit, I would do Mario. He doesn't look that bad.
I think I want the world to die, so I'm pretty sure I would purposely choose not to.
Mario, and I'm in for a blowjob.
Hi, this is Vigilant Christian Mario, and today you're here for Egghead to jerk me off. Which is so standard.
Here's a weird thing.
He'll be crying. He'll be crying like he did in the goddamn pool.
I actually think that he would enjoy it, though. Like Christian Mario, and I am stuck.
And have you ever cried during sex?
What's going on, Ben?
No.
The best thing about the question is he has two hands.
So many
Does he
people
wank
talking.
off both of them?
Sorry.
Or one of them with two hands?
If you were a candle, what would you smell?
Disappointment.
You know what's actually kind of freaky is the villain from Punisher looks just like the Vigilant Christian Mario. Freaking Jigsaw from the Punisher TV show looks just like him. It's freaky, man. Look it up.
I thought Jigsaw's face was all cut up and shit.
Before he got his face cut up in the show.
Okay.
In the show, he looks.
I thought it was Jason.
Here, I'll post it in Discord. That way you can see. It'll freak you out.
Billy character, right?
Yeah, Billy something. Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? I showed G-Man a picture of Egghead's bathtub, and I could tell for that moment, for the first time ever, G-Man questioned whether or not there actually was a god. When he saw Egghead's bathtub.
Yeah, my bathtub has actually made him question if there was a god.
Egghead, yeah, Egghead was like,
dirty Christian bathrooms.
So it wasn't JF, it wasn't Krish's cat that made him question if there was a god. It was Egghead's bathtub. Okay.
Yeah, because God would never let that abomination be on.
Someone said Jigsaw in Punisher, not Slasher Jigsaw. Yeah, I know. The original Jigsaw character was all like cut up, like his face was like reconstructed and shit.
That's
I'm
what
posting
they're
in
going
general.
for in the next season. That's the second season of Punisher is what they're going for. Is the thing, but they're not going to mess him up too much because they want to see him. He's a, you know.
Think we could see Von Helton against the Vigilant Christian then.
Von Helton versus Egghead.
All right, here it is. It's in general.
I could take on that asshole.
I have a serious
Egghead, who's
question.
your favorite person from the Crazy People segment?
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's a toughie.
Josh Fairstein.
Yeah, you're a very crazy person.
All because he made my wife cringe? Dang dog, baby.
Oh, damn.
Oh, he's
Egghead,
powers.
Baby.
The two of them.
Egghead, serious question. What's one thing that you want, but you can never actually have?
Ryby.
Nitty.
Ryby.
No,
The clean bathtub.
The one thing I want, honestly, the one thing I honestly do want, but I know that I won't be able to ever do, is constantly, just like take care of my father because he's 72 years old. He has a thyroid disease, and it's just I don't even want to talking about like that mainly because of how just.
Yeah. Let's talk about happy stuff.
Knowing how he is. Just,
Do you have a GoFundMe?
No.
Yes. Oh man.
God.
Those are the three words you just.
Hold on. Wait, guys.
Let's not go there.
Yeah. Don't go there. He'll rage quit again.
Let's not go down that road, shall we, please? I mean,
how about PayPal?
I've seen stupid GoFundMes like the Trump wall.
How much money is being donated to the wall?
For ladders.
Literally
It's like
$12 million.
At least $5.
It's like $12 million.
Did you guys see ladders
God.
to get over the wall? Somebody made one for ladders to get over the wall.
Make one for shovels to go under the wall.
By the way, Ben, check gallery. That's Billy Russo versus Vigilant Christian. It's freaky.
It's what?
Check gallery. It's TVC versus the bad guy from Punisher. It's
the current wall GoFundMe.
Yeah, they do look exactly the same.
Yeah, $17 million.
People are stupid. If they want to send their money, their hard-earned money, to people who run fraudulent GoFundMe accounts, then they deserve to get ripped off.
That's only existed for like a week too. They've raised that much money in a week. It's crazy, and the biggest donation. The biggest donation was $50,000.
There's a GoFundMe for ladders
they
that's
give it
raised
to the government.
$149,000.
The government won't take it.
Yeah, the government can't take it.
Exactly.
I have another theory.
Or they'll take it and distribute it the way they want to it, and it won't be a fucking wall, will it?
And I have another theory too.
All I know is that this guy's going to get majorly taxed when it comes IRS season.
What if this Trump fucking GoFundMe thing solves the government shutdown funding?
No. Not a chance. But here's one thing I have a theory of: say hypothetically, the money does get all. Here's the thing: if Congress cannot accept it, I bet that no one is gonna get their money back. I legitimately think that might happen. No one's gonna get.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
There's no way they can fund it anyway. You need at least $30 billion to build the fucking wall.
Well, he wants
$1 billion
GoFundMe. And hell, here's the thing: the
$1 billion will not fund the wall.
The Trump GoFundMe, the wall GoFundMe page, the way that it's going at it now, the way it's going now, the progress it's going, it'll take them years to get it completed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's at least like a decade-long project.
Yeah, there's one that says
people don't think these through whenever they fill these out. I mean, it's at 17 million. The green marker still looks like it's at the freaking beginning.
There's a GoFundMe for the ladders, and but they're actually going to put it towards Refugee Immigrant Center of Education if the one for the wall isn't met.
How many
But I think
homeless
it's
people?
hilarious.
How many homeless people could we buy little like small
Shed?
houses for? Yeah, with
Maybe
$16
$6
million.
Is
Probably half
is
the amount.
GoFundMe one of the ones where if you don't reach the goal, they take the donations anyway? Or is it the one
That's
where
what
you...
Yeah.
You know
what
what
I
we should
mean?
do? We should put it towards building an actual fucking spaceship. Like,
We're ready
straight
to
up out
go
of
to
the
Flint,
space.
Michigan.
Yeah, help them.
Because one of them, if they don't reach the goal, they don't get any of the money. But I don't know if is GoFundMe one of the ones if you
I thought
don't
it
reach the wall.
depended. I thought you could pick the type of campaign you wanted, so you could have it like that you can draw from it or not.
Yeah.
Like a couple of years.
Somebody's breaking up really badly.
Yeah, I can hear.
Yeah,
you.
it was the
Big Mac.
Donate it to.
I can hear too.
Like if they.
I can hear some of you.
Can you hear me?
Like me.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in here. They're all talking at the same time. I think I'm gonna go, and I'm probably gonna talk to Egghead for a few more minutes, and then I'm probably gonna wrap this up.
Make America great again. Thanks for having us here.
Yeah, thanks for joining me. I appreciate it.
Thanks for.
All right, yeah. So yeah, there was a lot of them in there, like over 10 of them.
You couldn't even get a word in edgewise.
Yeah, you know what I want to do is have someone screen them, like ask them what they want to. What I want to do is have almost like callers on a call-in talk radio show. I'll have someone in their waiting room kind of talking to people about what they want to talk about and bring them in one at a time and, get them in and out.
That'd be a lot better than just having them all in.
So how you feeling, Egghead?
During the thing. Huh?
Walk me through how you're feeling.
The room has stopped spinning for the most part.
The room was spinning. Holy shit.
Yeah, it was spinning for I think for the majority of the time. I'm able to still, type. I just have to take things seriously because my body is still adjusting to all that.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Damn.
That's that's part of the fun though, Egghead.
Yeah. I mean, hell, I don't get it. Whenever I think maybe because you guys were asking me all the personal questions.
Yeah.
The angry drunk came out, but whenever I remember when looking back at the first 24 hours stream that you guys did, there was the moment where I was happy drunk.
Yeah.
So I guess there's two drunks in me.
This is the guy that's doing the fundraiser. He has no legs.
Yeah. Triple amputee vet, and apparently, from what I've read, this guy has done other GoFundMes in the past.
And he has the Children of the Corn as his kids, and Malibu Barbie as his wife. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
She could could be a Fox News correspondent.
She could, yeah. She has the hair.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I saw you when you first came on, in the Christmas tree outfit or the Christmas tree mask and all the green stuff, I said, "Oh look, Ben's dressed up as a Christmas creature from the old WWF days."
Oh yeah, I remember that shit. The Christmas creature. Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably gonna wrap this up. Thanks for joining me, Egghead. Take care the rest of the night. Eat some good food. That's always good when you're drunk. And if you have a hangover, you should drink pickle juice.
Pickle juice.
Yeah, for a hangover, usually the next morning. or drink a lot of water. Drink a big thing of water. That makes you feel better.
Oh, I have a huge jug on the counter for me.
All right. Have a good night, Egghead.
You too.
Yeah, later. All right, guys. I'm gonna wrap this up. Thanks for watching. It was a good time. I wish it could have been for charity, like I said before, but YouTube took away Super Chat for good from some people. Good night, everybody.
In the beginning, there was nothing, and then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants.